Hi, hi, Sharia. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
This is Madhav. Okay, so
Hi, Madhavan. Good evening.
we'll give a couple of few minutes people to just come in.
Sure, sure.
Hi, all. Good evening. We are just going to give a couple more minutes for everyone to join. So,
It's time to sleep. Have a great sleep. Good night.
so people are joining. Good evening to all. Please be on mute. Uh, and, we'll have time at the end for Q&A, so that time we can unmute and talk. So we'll give 2 to 3 minutes more and we'll start. So good. Aishwarya, if you can unmute, maybe we can start. And also, we can see if you can share your screen. I've added you as a co-host.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, before we start, like it is 8:02. So I think we have only very few joined. We had around 110 participants registered, and we had notified everybody. But I think maybe people will join in few minutes. But let us start so that we can keep the time. So once again, good evening all, and thank you very much for joining this session organized by this webinar session organized by Prathidhwani Kochi in association with Boston Institute of Analytics Kochi campus. So before we start, just couple of things, just 2 minutes. So Prathidhwani is a IT a welfare organization for employees based out of uh, Kerala, Kochi, Trivandrum, and Calicut. We have our branches, or we are operating from Techno Park, Info Park, and Cyber Park. So mainly, it has many. It is running many initiatives for IT employees from their welfare, like arts and other activities, along with these technical forums as well. So we used to run the uh, workshops, seminars, etc. So the reason why we are conducting this webinar is there is a lot of anxiety now in the IT employee community that sorry, I need to just think. So I'm just I want okay. So there is like lot of anxiety there, like today's world, whether AI will replace our jobs, especially on the IT companies, services or products. We are seeing a trend that people are getting laid off, uh, either their skills or many other reasons. But end of the day, on the other side, we are seeing that there is a huge demand of resources now in the industry. So we thought we will start with this session now to give everybody an awareness of current landscape, what is happening in the industry, and how we can overcome the current challenges we are facing uh, in the industry in different job roles, like be it a programmer or tester or architect or project manager, whatever it may be. How we can adapt to this situation and move forward. So this is the first session. This is an introductory session, and we will have at least a monthly follow-up sessions on various topics, like what is um, agentic AI and AI agent, and then some live examples of that, and then focusing on different roles, we will have a further deep level sessions as well in coming months. So with that, I'll stop and I'll hand over to Aishwarya. So Aishwarya is director of Open Innovation. She has got 2 decades of experience in IT industry in Dell, EMC, etc., and led um, like AI initiatives in her past firms on AI adoption and several programs. So very well experienced person, and it is great to have you here, Aishwarya, and thank you for agreeing on this and joining with us today evening. And welcome. I'll hand over to you from here.
Thank you, Madhavan. Great to see we have 15 of us here. So thank you so much for joining on Saturday evening. Um, let's begin. Hmm, let me share my screen. Just let me know when you're able to see the screen. I hope it is visible. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, so imagine waking up tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is a Sunday. Just imagine tomorrow is a working day and you log into your work and realizing that half of your daily tasks have already been automated by AI overnight. So, would you celebrate because you're free to do higher value work, or would you panic because AI just took over your role? So, the answer depends not on AI but on you. Uh, I would like to begin with this. Moving on to the next slide. Today's topic, upgrade or obsolete. I would like to come up with these numbers. The World Economic Forum says by 2025, 9 million jobs will be displaced by AI. But here is the twist, 11 million new jobs will be created. So it's not a question of whether AI will take jobs, it's a question of whether you will be in the 9 million or the 11 million. Right. With that, good evening, everyone, once again. A very warm welcome to all of you. And it is great to spend a Saturday evening with such a fantastic group of talented young professionals from Goat's Own Country. Thank you, Prathidhwani and Boston Group, for organizing this amazing event. Thank you, Madhavan, for inviting me for this talk. Today, we are exploring and navigating the AI shift in IT together. So, in this journey, it's not just me who is talking. We have Q&A at the end. Also, we have some interactive activities in between. So, it's an exploration together. I really hope we will have a great time together for the next few minutes. As Madhavan introduced me, I'm Aishwarya Soman. I'm the director and co-founder of Open Innovation India. I've been fortunate and blessed to work with a few Fortune 100 companies over the past 20 years. Currently, I'm with Open Innovation India. So there is a QR code here. Please take a look when you get time after all of this. Um, Imagine a space where startups, corporates, academia, and innovators collide. So, Open Innovation India is that catalyst with about 1,400 plus change makers and 60 plus expert mentors and around 100 plus developers. We power ideas from spark to scale. That is, we support the entire innovation journey from ideation to execution. So that's a brief introduction about myself, and let's get into the business. I really hope the next few minutes will be refreshing and motivating for you to take charge and drive your career. Okay, with that, I would like to request you please go to this link at slido.com, and when you enter the code and after you join, please confirm here. Are you all able to access?
Yeah, just trying.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no active polls at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, please join. Are you able to join?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, once everybody joins, please confirm those so that we'll start.
Yeah. Please, everyone, please join. So we have around 20 people in meeting, but I see only 10 in
Yeah,
Slido. So
yeah,
others
yeah.
also can join.
I
Yeah.
think 10 is good to start. So let me tell you something in advance. There are no prize money for this, but yeah, just enthusiasm of participating. Great. Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, are there only 5 participants here? I wish more people could join.
No, no, I think we have more, but yeah, it is showing only the top five.
Oh, okay.
It is told me I am at six. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm just participating for the namesake, okay? So don't count me in here because I want to stay till the end to see the progress. Which job role saw the most AI-related upskilling programs in 2024? Okay. Oh, wow. So, excluding me, I would say Sriraman is the first winner of this quiz competition. Congrats, Sriraman. Well done. And runners up, Rahul and Kabir and Arun. Top five, excluding me. Okay, great, 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 great. All right. So let's come back. Um, well, congratulations once again. Um, so, how do you feel right now? We are only starting the session, and I hope it was just refreshing for you. So, how do you feel about AI right now? Are you excited that it's an opportunity, or are you nervous because it feels like a threat, or are you feeling just neutral because you're still figuring it out? So, what do you think? Can someone say that over the chat, or just unmute and talk? Okay. So, I hope.
Aishwarya, hi, Sriraman here.
Hey, Sriraman, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would say it is actually mixed. It is not whether excited, nervous, neutral. There are pros and cons of every single uh, change in the disruption in the IT industry. So, personally, I have seen three disruptions happening, moving away from mainframes, then moving towards virtualization, moving towards cloud, and this is the fourth wave AI that I'm seeing. So right, so every disruption brings in new opportunities and brings in some of the opportunities which were there becomes redundant. People don't change, so they get left out in the race. So it is like survival of the fittest. Those who adapt, they move forward. Others are left behind. So that's the way it is. So it's better to adopt and think, be positive about it rather than be nervous and get depressed. It is something that everybody can do. That's more important. I mean, there is no problem in trying. That's more important than
Absolutely.
not doing and being felt left out. That's what
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say.
absolutely. Absolutely wonderful. That's a great positive note to kick off our session. I'm really, really happy about with your comments. I appreciate that. So, absolutely, this is a wonderful thought from your side, and that is the right direction. Okay, great. So, yeah, with that, let's go take a glance on the session today and the topics that we are going to cover. Industry reports, as you see on the screen. Um, yeah, sorry about the delay because I'm just switching between the slides. Okay, so you saw the flow of our discussion. You must be definitely going through the news and all the updates, especially in the forums. You'll be going through a lot of discussions about AI, the shift that is happening. Like Sri Raman rightly said, everybody has got an idea, but we need to have an awareness or just to make ourselves ready for what is coming ahead of us, right? The shift is real, isn't it? So you have felt so, right? AI is not just coming, it's already here. Big tech companies are already reorganizing their entire operations around it. So at Microsoft, every role is now defined as AI first. At Google, even non-tech teams like HR to marketing are embedding AI tools in workflows. And just to name a few organizations, as you see the top leadership, what they are talking about AI here, you can see there. And at Accenture, about 250K employees have been trained on generative AI itself in the past year alone. So this isn't hype, it is execution, right? 81% of professionals say that they need to upskill in AI to stay competitive as per PwC survey in 2025. So we are all aware, we know the need of the hour, right? And 97.5% of the software firms right now use AI in their daily workflows as per the Stanford HII index. AI fluency is now a top 3 hiring criterion across IT, consulting, and enterprise delivery roles. So it is not a surprise or news anymore. So, what are the big tech perspectives? As I said, Microsoft has this AI Fest concept, and the CEO says skills gap causes job loss. Google considers AI is equal to accelerated, and they're hiring engineers, and it still continues. So that means hiring never stops anywhere. Amazon. Amazon believes that junior engineers are vital to innovation, so don't replace them. PwC still focuses on human skills in hiring. They always focus on those skills like curiosity, ethics, and collaboration. So human skills cannot be replaced by any AI, right? Google Gen founder, he gives a value to practical adaptability more than traditional degrees. So that means we have all these data in front of us, and we don't have to actually really look into the industry reports and insights. This is these human skills are not going away. This cannot be replaced by AI. We can understand that. Now, let us get into the industry reports and insights, because seeing is also believing, isn't it? So this is one of the reports that is published just a couple of days ago. These are key highlights from NASSCOM 2030 report with McKinsey and Company. So that it is a bit texty over here. So I will not recommend going through each and every line, but I'll just decode the meaning, or what it means for us, right? So let's unpack what the future looks like for us as IT professionals. AI is not going to replace you, but a professional using AI will. This is something which I'm seeing everywhere in LinkedIn or any article or a newspaper, press release, or wherever. This is some punchlines that we are reading on a daily basis. What it is, what does it mean? Technology will sit at the heart of enterprise transformation, expanding the market from 3 trillion to 20 trillion in just a few years. And that is massive growth. It means huge opportunity if we stay ahead. And second, the future of work is not human or AI. It is human plus AI. It's a participation, right? It's a partnership. Imagine developers, QA, designers, project managers, all working side by side with AI agents, making sure there is faster delivery, better quality, and deeper trust. Agentic AI could unlock 500 billion in new opportunities. So who will seize them? Each one of, right? Entirely new spend pools are opening up that is worth 300 to 500 billion. Now, the professionals who learn to build, guide, and manage AI will lead the next wave of growth, because who are there to execute all of these? People, professionals like us. And the next thing is budgets always follow value. And today, value follows AI. Enterprises are shifting budgets heavily towards AI. If you align your skills to where the money flows, you will always stay relevant. So how to identify, how to align your skills to where the money flows, that will need a little bit of research or more of understanding, right? That I'm sure we will get an idea by end of the session. And rest as always, this will be a continuing ongoing session by Prathidhwani, and also we all have a responsibility to go and do the research from our side to understand and our strengths, and find ways for upskilling. AI driven productivity is not optional anymore, it is bankable. That means businesses now want measurable gains. AI must deliver outcomes that they can count on. That means our work has to prove efficiency and impact. Now, GCCs, that is Global Capability Centers, are no longer back offices. They are the innovation hubs. They are becoming innovation hubs of creativity and transformation. And many of us, and for many of us, that means innovation opportunities right here at home. So, what are these six shifts telling us? They all tell us one thing, that is, AI is not just a technology, it's a career accelerator. So, the future belongs to all of us who are using AI and all of us who are learning to lead with it, right? Next, I will move on to the 7 imperatives to stay ahead. So, here is the truth. If you want to grow and stay relevant in this AI driven industry, you don't need just hard skills. You need the right mindset. So, first, keep learning. Think of AI as your toolbox. It has something for everyone: new testing tools, design assistants, code generators, project trackers. The more you upskill, the more future proof you become. Next, think about how AI can make your everyday work faster and smarter. Imagine test cases being updated, automated in minutes, design iterations happening overnight, or code that practically writes itself. So that's not the future, it's already here. And don't stop at what you're doing today, and be curious about the new growth areas, that is AI driven testing, AI assisted design, AI enabled project delivery. The roles that we know today are evolving into something bigger. Nothing is going away, it's just expanding. AI also changes how we deliver value. It's no longer just about what we built, or but it means it how it impacts speed, quality, and delivery business outcomes. So that's the language that clients and companies care about, right? What is the result? What is the outcome? How is the quality? How is the speed? And here is something exciting. Your future teammates will include AI agents. Most of you must be already having AI agents as teammates. The key is to treat AI as your co-pilot, not your competitor. So be friendly with AI. He's not your enemy, he or she, like gender neutral, right? Uh, so we have to learn how to collaborate with it, and you'll always stay ahead. Of course, outcomes matter most, whether it is fewer bugs, faster releases, better user experience, or higher customer satisfaction. Showing measurable impact is what sets professionals apart. Now, finally, be bold, right? Like how Sri Raman said in the beginning, be bold, experiment with new tools, network, collaborate, network means network with your peers, or people from other organizations, from your industry, and stay open to partnerships. Be part of innovation forums, or like say the way you are participating in this event. Be open to partnerships. The people who try, test, and explore will always move ahead and get faster, right? So for QA, UI, UX, project managers, and developers, the message is clear. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI effectively might take your job. So stay curious, keep experimenting, and let outcomes guide your path forward. Now, there are a few more slides for you to understand how the industry, where industry is heading to, where this is heading to, what are the key strategies organizations are taking, so that you will feel more confident about the place where you are, or you feel more confident about going ahead, getting ready for upskilling, and be more powerful and resourceful in your job, right? So India is standing at a once in a generation opportunity. That's what McKinsey and NASCOM is calling about this opportunity, right? It's a once in a generation opportunity. We are fortunate to be in this era that we are seeing all these developments. It's a revolution, isn't it? We already have the world's largest share of tech talent, being the biggest population. We also have the largest share of tech talent, the fastest reskilling engine, and unparalleled data assets. But here is the key: having strengths alone is not enough. The real imperative is to transform these into breakthrough innovation, differentiated intellectual property. Intellectual property can be anything, like the documents that you create, the knowledge, the playbooks that you create, or anything that knowledge related materials that you create. Everything comes under intellectual property, and new delivery models that don't just compete but set the global benchmark. So if we get this right, India won't just participate in the AI revolution, but we will be able to lead it, right? Moving on. So let's look at these adoption index figures. Right now, nearly half of all companies are diving into AI, and Gen AI is right behind. This isn't just a tech trend, but it is a career defining wave. If you are an aspiring IT professional, this is your call to action. So learn fast, build boldly, and bring your unique energy to the table. There is an immense potential in the career future if we can show up with curiosity and courage. Nothing beats it, right? So if half of the companies are diving into AI, so what is happening with the rest? So here is the twist. The biggest barriers are not tech, they are talent. 33% of the companies say they lack AI skills. That's not a gap, it's your opportunity. Messy data, ethical concerns, integration chaos. These are puzzles waiting for us, the bold minds, to solve. So if you are stepping into IT, along with learning tool, please also focus on learning to lead. The future needs architects, not just coders. So bring your curiosity, your courage, and your code, because the next wave of AI won't be built by chance. It will be built by you, each one of us. Um, I'm sure some of you must have heard about super agency. Super agency is a concept introduced by McKinsey. So imagine a workplace where AI doesn't replace people, it amplifies them. That is super agency. It is a powerful concept introduced by McKinsey. It's not about machines doing more, it's about humans unlocking their full potential with AI. It's about shifting from AI as a tool to AI as a force multiplier for human agency. So today, most companies are investing in AI, but only 1% have truly embedded it into how work gets done. Why? Because the real unlock is not tech, it's empowerment. Super agency means giving every individual, not just data scientists, the power to think bigger, act faster, and lead smarter. As leaders, our job is not just to deploy AI, it is to mentor, guide, and build cultures where AI becomes a catalyst for human brilliance. Because when people feel empowered, like with these kind of interactions or projects or self-learning, with all these modes of empowerment, people will feel empowered, feel resourceful, and AI transforms businesses and our lives. So here is the catch. Super agency is not automatic. It demands intentional design, leadership alignment, and a workforce that is ready to rise. So are we ready to rise? Is the question. Now let's look at the current status of the organizations or the industries as per studies conducted by IBM Watson. So let's take a look at where we actually stand today. Despite the promise of Gen AI, nearly half of organizations say that their pace of development is too slow. Why? Because there are talent gaps, resource constraints, complex approvals, and while many are defending roadmaps, only a fraction has identified revenue generating use cases. Now, this is not a technology problem, it's a leadership opportunity. Because if we want super agency to thrive, we must first clear the runway to take it off, right? And it continues. The super agency sounds big, but it is really simple. It means AI not using AI just not just to do tasks faster, but it also help you to think better, solve smarter, and lead stronger. But here is the catch: most companies are not moving fast enough. Nearly half say their Gen AI efforts are too slow. And top reason again, skill gaps. That's not just about hiring; it's about us. Developers, testers, designers, project managers, we are the ones who turn ideas into impact. And while many teams are building AI roadmaps, only a few have figured out how to use AI to actually drive revenue. You're talking about organizations. So that's our opportunity to step up, not just as executors, but as enablers to ask, how can this feature, this workflow, this design create real business value with AI? So we have to think, use we have with more clarity, we have to think of bigger picture, right? Because super agency is not about being perfect, it's about being ready, and I hope you already are ready. Now what does this mean? does this mean upgrade or obsolete? And I hope by now you also, I mean, we already know it is the idea is to upgrade, right? Not to become obsolete. So as we process and internalize everything that we have seen so far, we have heard so far, I would like to request you please take a pause and let's watch a video.
This is the next big step forward, which is a full coding agent built right into GitHub, taking Copilot from being a pair programmer to a peer programmer. You can assign issues to Copilot, bug fixes, new features, code maintenance, and it'll complete these tasks autonomously. And today, I'm super excited that it's now available to all of you.
Okay, there is one more.
Say you want to find an apartment for you and two roommates in Austin. You've each got a budget of $1,200 a month. You want a washer dryer or at least a laundromat nearby. Normally, you'd have to spend a lot of time scrolling through endless listings. Using agent mode, the Gemini app goes to work behind the scenes. It finds listings from sites like Zillow that match your criteria. If there's an apartment you want to check out, Gemini uses MCP to access the listings and even schedule a tour on your behalf. And it'll keep browsing for new listings for as long as you need, freeing you up to do the stuff you want to do, like plan the housewarming party. An experimental version of the agent mode in the Gemini app will be coming soon to subscribers.
Wow. So what we just saw isn't science fiction, right? It's the new reality of work. Microsoft's Copilot and Google's Agent Mode are redefining how we build, test, deliver software. So these aren't just tools, they are partners across the entire life cycle. So for IT professionals, this means less groundwork and more strategic thinking. But here is the key. These agents don't replace your role, right? Um, yeah, these agents don't replace your role. Am I audible?
Yes, Aishwarya.
Okay, okay. So they just amplify our role, right? So the question is not will I take my job, will AI take my job, but it is instead how will I lead with it? Because the future is not agent led, it is human led with agents by our side. Agents are going to be our assistants. So now we have seen what Copilot and agent mode can do. Here is the real question. How will you show up in this new era of intelligent collaboration? Will you be that developer who codes AI with AI as a creative partner, the designer who uses agents to personalize experiences at scale, or that project manager who leads smarter with AI-powered insights? Now, let's take a moment, think about your role. What's that one way you can start leading with AI today? Yeah, I would like to encourage you, think about your current role and what is that one way you can start leading with AI starting from today, right? Okay, with that, I would like to move on to the strategies and approaches by AI first companies. Okay, getting into AI strategies. So when we look at the top 50 AI first companies, starting with, say, Google, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, Infosys, Salesforce, just to name a few, one thing is clear. AI is no longer an add-on. It's not a fancy feature or anything. It is the engine of transformation. So these companies integrate AI in 5 powerful ways. First, they build AI into the product itself, not as a feature, but as the core. AI is going to be the core, or AI is currently is the core. Second, they create a loop. Data flows into models, models create value, and value generates new data. Now, third, they invest in scalable AI platforms, MLOps, and monitoring. Fourth, they prioritize trust, bias checks, privacy, explainability. And finally, they invest in people, that is training developers, QA, designers, and managers to adapt. For you, this means a shift. For example, developers should experiment with AI integrations. QA teams must test for hallucinations. Designers should build AI experiences that feel human. And project managers must pilot AI initiatives with clear KPIs. Now, you must be knowing about hallucinations, right? We cannot completely trust AI sometimes. You get some wrong information or some kind of a contaminated information also we may get, right? So QA teams must test for those hallucinations. Now, the future of AI, future is not replacing jobs. AI is not replacing jobs. It is AI reshaping the workflows and the way we work. Now let's take a look at the investment that is happening in the AI sector, right? If we start looking at the entire figure, it is the companies, the Fortune 100 or all the organizations. It will take a lot of time, but so I have just taken a few numbers to take a look, right? So forecast suggests that over $780 billion in new revenue and power, and it is, and we are looking at AI market of 1.3 trillion by 2030. Now, by end of 2025, the AI race shifts to an overdrive. Amazon is set to spend a staggering $100 billion, Microsoft an 80, and Google 85, while Meta portion up to 72 billion. And it is not just the West. Microsoft is also investing 3 billion in India itself to skill about 10 million people, while Amazon commits nearly 13 billion to only AI infrastructure here by 2030. So from Copilot to Llama, from Alexa to Agentforce, we are watching AI evolve into assistants, agents, and massive infrastructure. And the payoff forecast suggests, like I said, in over 780 billion in the new revenue and powering a global AI market of 1.3 trillion by 2030. So these are the numbers, and I'm sure it is really promising. And you can see what are the vision in terms of AI and plans, both globally and for India, right? And what are the key products and services they have for their own employees and for the customers. So this is just to have a quick idea. But if we go and research, there are going to be more positive and happy news for us, right? With that, I would request you please watch one more video. Let's break the stage.
To use the new agent mode in Copilot, select Agent, then enter your prompt. In this case, we're asking for a modern design using Tailwind. It notices that Tailwind is not installed or configured, so it gives us the command to do that, which we can execute in the terminal. It will now wait for this terminal command to complete. And when the terminal command is finished, it notices and then moves on implementing the design. It's going to have to work across files to do this. So it starts with the layout, then moves next to the main index page for the application. Once it's finished updating the index page, it then needs to move to the video analyzer component here. And then lastly, it checks itself for errors. It sees that there are no errors. Great, so we're good to test. Let's try this out. This application uses AI to analyze YouTube video transcripts. Nice, this is looking really good. Now let's see if we can try something harder here. Let's see if we can get it to add the ability to interact with the model after it analyzes a transcript. For this, it has to work across the backend and front end. First, starting with an API endpoint update, and then coming back to the front end and adding the interface elements to work with the new API functionality. Once again, it checks itself for errors, sees there are none, tells us we're good to go. Let's try it out. And look at that. There's the follow-up. Agent mode is in preview, but you can use it today in VS Code Insiders, and we think you'll be astonished by what you can build. And as always, happy coding.
Wow, great. So that was a video on
Use the new agent mode
in GitHub Copilot. So what we just saw is a glimpse into the future of software development where AI is not just assisting, it's partnering. Agent mode in GitHub Copilot is not about writing a few lines of code. It's about supporting the entire life cycle from testing to documentation. It's a coding companion. I would say coding companion who learns, adapts, and accelerates. So for every developer, PM, QA, and a designer in this room, this changes the game because now productivity is not just about the speed, it's also about intelligence. And the smartest teams will be the ones who know how to lead with AI, not just work around it. Right? Now let's move to the next phase of this session, that is how traditional IT roles are transforming, about redefining IT roles. So let's take a look at the traditional IT roles, right? Developers. For developers, AI won't replace you, but the developer who codes with AI will outspace you, like GitHub Copilot, Replit, Ghostwriter. Beyond writing, beyond being tools, they are also becoming the IDE itself. Now, for the testers, AI can automate regression, but what it can't automate is critical thinking, the ability to design test strategies, ensure edge cases, and think like the user. So that kind of intelligence is not there in AI. It's only with human. Now, project managers, tools like ClickUp AI and Jira AI already draft updates, but the PM who asks the right business questions and navigates stakeholders is irreplaceable, right? So let's look
Yeah,
at
I think you are in developer slide. If you were
yeah,
moving,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, 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 sure, sure. So let's take a look at the developer or the designer part, right? So AI is rewriting the rules of software development. Tools like GitHub Copilot, like I mentioned, Gemini, Amazon Code Whisperer, Codium, they're all shifting us from coding to prompt engineering, right? You all know prompt engineering. Now, 36% of developers now use AI for debugging and optimization. And delivery cycles are now 45% faster. And with global adoption of 50%, this is not fringe, it's mainstream. But here is the truth. Now, AI can draft screens, but only humans can design experiences. That's where our creativity, empathy, and strategic edge will lead the way. And if designers are moving from screens to experiences, what about QA? Let's take a look. Let's talk about the evolution of QA, right? It's not dying again, it is evolving. Now, manual test case creation, that is going to be obsolete, of course, for sure. Now, today, tools like Testin, Mabel, Apply tools, they're all leading the charge with AI driven automation. We are seeing 70% of the teams using AI for test case generation, 60% reduction is maintenance is observed, and thanks to all these self-healing frameworks. And there is a reduction of testing cycles by 50%. The result, it is 3 times higher defect detection accuracy. That is the result. That is the most important highlight over here, right? Beyond efficiency, this is transformation. Now, QA is no longer a bottleneck. It is a strategic enabler. Now, so if QA is not about testing buttons like in the past, but testing trust, what about the people holding everything together? That is the project managers. Project managers are not being replaced by AI, again, promising. They are being promoted by it. Platforms like ClickUp AI, Notion AI, and Jira, they're all transforming how PMs lead with predictive risk management powered by historical data and chatbots as virtual assistants. PMs are unlocking 30% more efficient project delivery, 42% faster planning cycles, and 30% less scope creep, which is a major headache for a project manager. Stakeholder satisfaction up by 2x. Now, the takeaway is AI is more than just a tool, it is a strategic co pilot. PMs who embrace this is in mastering is will be the winner here. So, yeah, all good news, right? I would like to encourage you to consider this part. That is, what is your role in this transformation? For you as a developer, AI speeds coding, but you guide architecture. That is one thing that you have to remember always. Now, for a tester, AI automates cases, but you will ensure strategy. Now, as a PM, AI drafts updates, but you will lead alignment. That is the skill. Now, this is something I added. If I hope this will be of an interest to you. This is a projection, right? Some of them are already happening, but by 2030, what could be the roles in IT, traditional versus AI-driven work styles? So I can share this with you later. In the interest of time, I would move on. This is a text, so we can refer it later as well. Let's look at one of the important aspect over here. Now, why I would say important aspect, because this is one of the major factor many of us work, isn't it? Um, Along with talent crisis, what is happening in the industry, right? In terms of the compensation, in terms of the talent gap, in terms of skills gap in various areas, cloud, security, AI, and what is the impact on the salary, right? What is happening in the digital economy, and what is happening with the global capability centers, GCCs. We are having about 20 to 25 percentage of new jobs, and we are expecting about 1.2 million jobs by 2027 with a 40 percentage of female participation. And we are expecting a huge impact on the salary part also during this period. But what is that main crisis is the skills gap. About 50 to 60 percentage of skills gap is what we are observing. So we know what is the opportunity, and once we bridge the gap, what is expected ahead of us. So we know the picture, right? We know the kind of compensations that are existing currently in the market, and I'm sure it is going to be increasing, right? So now a request from my side. I would like to request you, please close your eyes for 20 seconds. Take a pause. Please close your eyes for 20 seconds. And I would like you to imagine it is 2028 and you're updating your resume. And under skills, what is that new AI related capability do you want to proudly list? Please take a moment. And if you're comfortable, please share that one skill that you want to proudly list in your resume in 2028. What is that? Can you please share that in the chat? You may please close the eyes if at least you were you had closed your eyes. Yeah, please open and please put that over the chat. I think you're all figuring it out. Not a problem. You can do it on your own. Have this
Yeah,
exercise.
yeah, yeah. Reflect on that. It will definitely help. Right.
Sure.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Great. 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 Let's move on to, yeah, because we have a stop at 9, but I'm just trying to finish all this information. I hope this is so far the pace. I know I'm going a little faster, but I hope this is helping you. Let's take a look at AI tools and the real world examples. Let's see how AI is driving transformation. Microsoft's Copilot in M365 and GitHub is boosting employee productivity by 30%. You can see the major giants in this picture. And these are not just the giants, I would say, but the slide has a limit, right? There are so many that I can put over here. But just to name a few, I have given these companies over here. Google's Vertex AI. and Gemini models. They optimize cloud ops and supercharge search. Now, Amazon's AI powers Alexa. All of you must be using it on a daily basis. Anticipates demand and streamlines logistics. Meta uses Llama for content moderation and generative experience. This helps scaling trust and safety for Meta, right? And Salesforce's Einstein AI, it personalizes every customer journey, and that is their success in CRM and customer relations. NVIDIA's Blackwell GPUs and NIM microservices fuel generative workloads across Azure, AWS, and GCP. Now, talk about OpenAI. Its GPT models redefine how human-machine collaboration is done. Now, let's look at IBM. IBM's Watson X, Oracle's AI apps, and SAP's business AI embed intelligence into finance, HR, and supply chains. I'm sure most of us, some of us, will be using the tools by AI, Oracle, and SAP, right? Now, Adobe Firefly, it democratizes creativity. Now, Netflix's recommendation engine curates with precision, and I'm sure each one of us can relate to it because that is one reason we must be glued to Netflix on our free times, right? It is very interesting to see their suggestions and recommendations and how they very appealingly, display their movies or series and all those documentaries and everything. So moving on to JP Morgan. JP Morgan's AI models detect fraud and optimize portfolios. So what does all these mean to us? Across industries, AI is reshaping how we build, serve, and lead with speed, scale, and strategic clarity. Now, let us take again one more pause. And what is the takeaway? What do you think? If you can put in the chat, it will be really helpful for others also to see how the perspectives are, how you all consider these information, getting internalized, getting processed. What have you considered as a takeaway? Yeah, please feel free to share over the chat. The roles are not going away, right? They are evolving. So that is ultimately that's the key takeaway. It's not going away, they're evolving. I would like to leave you with a 3-step upgrade roadmap, that is adopt AI tools immediately, upskill strategically, and build human advantage. So what can you do? This 3-step roadmap. Please consider this. I've seen this work in big tech companies and startups alike. Now, adopt AI tools immediately means don't wait for training as a mandate to come from HR or your managers or from the business. Start with ChatGPT, we're all using, but ChatGPT is not just the only AI, right? Copilot, Notion AI. So start small and upgrade yourself, right? Use them daily, even for small tasks. Now, upskill strategically. Pick one adjacent AI skill on data analysis or prompt engineering for sure, or ML ops. Depending on your role, you pick your path or pick your small, that adjacent AI skill that you can pick. Now, build human advantage. Double down on what AI lacks. What is AI lacking? All these human skills, that is leadership, empathy, creativity, problem framing, problem solving. All these are skills that AI doesn't have, right? Okay. So now, before we wrap up, I would like you to do this for sure. Now, I would like you to finish this sentence in the chat. Say, to upgrade, I will. Can you please complete that? It could be as simple as trying one AI tool tomorrow or signing up for a micro course, whatever it is that you find suitable for your journey, where you stand right now, and what is your aspiration, right? So let's commit together on this. Now, I hope you do that. Then stay relevant, how to stay relevant in the AI era. So where to start? Like I said, identify your strengths. What are your strengths? What are your core areas, right? And according to your strengths, your core areas, where you're working as a PM or a designer, developer, and in quality, So identify your core area, the strengths, your aspirations, if you want to align with your organizations for sure, look at the vision of your organization. What are the business priorities? What are the organizational goals? Align it with your organization goals so it is easy. For example, you want to take a certification, you want to get funded, or you want to do better in your project. So align this with your organization and your personal goals. I'm sure you all will be having an IDP, individual development plan, right? So align that with your organization's goal and your personal goal, and find out the right skill path. Okay, and then identify the right courses. Right. So for this adapting to this IT career shift, what is needed? You need to have this upskilling and also a mind shift. Right. Let's look at let's have a quick look at this table. Right. It is just an indicative table. I can share it with you. But this is not a complete list, right? It goes on. But just to name a few, for developers, where is AI used? What is the upskilling focus? Definitely for sure, prompt engineering and the rest, right? For QA, where is AI used? Test generation. What are the tools? And what should be the upskilling focus? Right? Please take a look based on your core area, the strength. Please take a look at this, and you will get an idea of where you should be upskilling. Right. Like I heard from Madhavan that this is going to be an ongoing session, a series of session in terms of AI awareness or AI upskilling, right? So I'm just leaving a hook here for the next session, that is agent versus agentic. I'm sure you will be knowing, but this is something very important topic. I hope that is coming up. But it's just a precursor, just to understand what is AI and agentic, and there is a lot more interesting this discussion that is going to happen next, I believe. So we had this topic before, right? We were talking about 2028 and updating your resume with that particular one skill. I hope you have identified that by now. So please, once again, give it a thought, and you have that put as a goal in your mind right now. Write it on your paper or anywhere that you want to make as a goal. Please record it and work on that particular skill and have that in your 2028 resume for sure. For sure. That means it can happen any day starting from today, right? I hope that you will take that step today. And again, one more question. If you have to bet your career on one skill to stay relevant, what would you choose? Whether it is technical AI skills or human skills or both. Can anyone answer? I cannot see the video right now. I cannot, I only have this slide. If I move the slide, everything will be gone. So I can't look at the chat. Can anyone say, if you have to bet your career on one skill to stay relevant, what would you choose?
Yeah, I'm Nanda Kumar. Yeah, I will choose a technical AI skill.
Anyone else? Okay, thanks, Nanda Kumar. So definitely technical AI skills is mandatory. I mean, if we are set for that direction, right? But I would say it is equal. Equal as in human skills cannot be replaced. There is no AI going to be here. Maybe a miracle happens and, those, innovations will happen definitely that can think and act like a human being with all these cognitive behaviors. But I don't know when that is going to happen. Maybe it is happening somewhere else in some other universe. But as of now, here in this planet, both equally. That is something on a practical basis. Like I said, being a super agency, right? Looking at the concept, it is not to be becoming perfect, but start with all that basic things which is needed, right? Okay, so starting from today, I would really appreciate you taking that step, taking that, identifying that particular skill, and preparing yourself for this AI journey, for the transformational journey. I hope this really helped you, and I would like you to take that decision today in terms of upskilling and identifying that skill and start with your innovation journey, AI journey. So, wish you good luck and let's evolve together. Okay. And thank you so much for listening to me. I hope we are right on time, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening patiently. And yeah, over
Thank
to you,
you.
Madhavan. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashya. So, in case, yeah, it was really an insightful session, and we in a short time we had covered a lot. Thank you very much for um, preparing this and presenting this nicely. And definitely, it is recorded, and we will share with you all. And in case anybody want to have any questions or discussion or anything, we have very limited time, but we can extend 5 more minutes if anybody has
Uh,
anything
yeah,
specific to. Yeah.
yeah, Ishwarya. I have one query regarding this one, right?
Mhm.
Like we are hearing terms like Gen AI, AI, then machine learning. So, what is actually a difference between them? Yeah, can you please brief if possible?
Sure, I can. I can give a brief um, explanation, but definitely these are very vast topics, right? Um, Artificial intelligence, Gen AI is something that you generate, right? Like you go to ChatGPT or simple terms, you go to ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot or somewhere, and you generate text, generate images, you generate a presentation, you generate an Excel sheet. So this is all generative AI for a common man, right?
Okay.
So similarly, you can generate codes, you can use it for multiple levels. So these are the differences in machine learning. These are all basics for any data science or an AI aspirant. So definitely, if you're looking at a upskilling path, Python, machine learning, these are all some basics that you need to look at, right? So I can connect with you after this. Probably, if you want to contact me, please reach out. I can help you over that, and I'm sure your forum will also will be having these continuous sessions, and I am very glad to help on that.
Yeah. Thank you, Ishita. Thank you. It was a very grateful session for me. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for coming up with that question. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Any other queries, questions from anyone? Okay. If not, we'll, as said, we'll have some follow-up sessions to go in deep on each of these topics in coming months. So, yeah, sorry. Hi, Manish. You have a question you
Hello,
raised.
sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. So actually, I have a question regarding FDP. If you're if you can conduct FDP like sessions on blockchain technology, it will be more interesting also.
Okay. Can you put that in the chat? I'm not an expert in blockchain area, but I can check with some contacts,
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah,
please.
you can.
Yeah. We'll connect on that. Yeah. Okay. So, as said, we'll have some exciting follow-up sessions, and we will close for today. And once again, thank you very much, each and every one of you, for joining, and very thank you to Aishwarya also for conducting this in a very nicely way. And yeah, have a good night, and thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Good
Bye.
night, and wish you all good luck. Bye.
Thank you.